Welcome back to Yahoo Finance Live. Rideshare companies like Uber and Lyft are pumping millions into new and return incentives for drivers. A short-term fix they are hoping will attract more gig workers, and Yahoo Finance's Dani Romero joins us to explain why there's a push to bring back drivers. What are you seeing on that front?
Well, we know there's a labor crunch right now that isn't expected to end anytime soon, but this is a two-sided story. You have riders that are anxious to get outside, and then on the other hand, you have drivers that are not returning at the same rate. And so that's what's fueling these longer wait times for customers. Also, those ride prices to increase. So if demand continues to outpace supply, it could put pressure on these rideshare companies to make fundamental changes to cater to drivers. So for example, at Uber, they're considering funding education and career building programs, according to the Wall Street Journal. And Lyft is also exploring ways to reduce driver expenses. And so we've seen many of these drivers get a taste of what it's like to work outside the gig economy. And some have even moved on to other jobs or are still concerned about safety or are waiting for those unemployment benefits to expire. Still, there are some gig workers that are getting frustrated with how these rideshare giants pay out, especially as these prices increase. So here's a tweet from Gig Workers Rising, an organization in California that advocates for better wages. This was a tweet made on Friday that says, "Hey, Uber and Lyft, all your supposed Prop 22 benefits and other driver incentives have fallen through. Maybe try something new and give workers the main thing drivers have been asking for, a living wage. It is not rocket science." So definitely a tweet that's putting both rideshare companies on blast. But part of this frustration is that despite these high rates that passengers are paying, drivers are not getting their cut. So from my understanding, drivers are paid extra for rides that are surging because of demand. And so those additional earnings are set in a way that doesn't reflect the multiple that riders paid. And so since drivers have a limited visibility into how these amounts are calculated, it's causing that notion that they are being shortchanged while the consumers are paying top dollar. Now, we did reach out to Uber for comment on their latest efforts, and they declined to make a statement, and pointing us to their April blog post about the $250 million stimulus aimed at getting drivers back on the road. And as for Lyft, we're still waiting on a comment on their latest efforts.